Hi, I'm hoping everyone can hear me now, and sorry if we had a bit of a sound glitch. Welcome to Thank Good It's Friday. I'm Carolyn Enting, editor of Good Magazine, and the thinking behind our Thank Good Friday new live stream series is supporting local businesses and also bringing people together for an afternoon drink on a Friday. So today we're talking about natural beauty and skincare, and we have our special guest, Brigit Blair, founder of Linden, who's in Christchurch right now. We have Emma Peters from Aleph Beauty, and we also have Hemma Vara, who is our digital editor at Good. So welcome everybody, and hopefully everyone can now hear us.
That's good, thank you.
Great. So now we've got. So Brigit, you're in Christchurch right now, and you've been quite busy during lockdown. I understand you've been basically creating a natural hand sanitizer. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, certainly we have. So it wasn't normal trading, but this is the new normal, I guess. But as you know, we make natural cleaning products, as in shower gels, body wash, hand wash. Again, with all the washing that is going on, there's a lot of repair that needs to be done to the hands. So hand creams have been very popular. And we also, for the first time, made a natural hand sanitizer. So we were an essential business, so with a small team and strict protocols, we kept manufacturing so we could supply pharmacy and online stores, and a few private hospitals wanted hand cream for their hardworking nurses. So yeah, very different circumstances, as we have an office and marketing team in Auckland, so lots of Zoom calls, which you don't have the moments. But
we can know.
So we also divided into two teams. So we had one team working from home, as in production. So they took all the work home at the beginning of the lockdown for the week, and then we collected and gave them. And one team, small team, who worked in the factory. So if anyone was ill, we didn't cross-infect. So yeah, there were a lot of protocols and a lot of thinking. But at the same time, you know, it was nice to feel we were making something that contributed to people with hygiene, which has become such a heightened focus for people.
Absolutely. And in terms of, I guess, the ingredients, and also I've just been given the heads up, we might have another slight little glitch, guys. We might have to just do a little restart. So I'll keep you posted. So I won't have to answer everything over and over again. So yeah, apologies for this, but this is the beauty of live.
This is our new normal.
It is Zoom meetings and live. And so Emma, what's been happening in lockdown for Aleph Beauty?
Yeah, so we haven't been an essential business, so we've been trading as normal, business as normal, but not at all as normal. We've been able to keep our team working and everybody working remotely, and chat to our customers as normal. And then before lockdown, brought all of our distribution in-house because we weren't sure what was going to go on. So we equipped ourselves to keep trading if we had been able to, but it meant that I was solely packing up all of the orders to get away on Tuesday. So we did get them away on Tuesday, which was fantastic. And the couriers have been amazing at getting everybody's packages out to them. And our team has been working together as a team throughout the lockdown, which has been fantastic. It's almost been a little bit more of a team building exercise and a bit of a cementing, because we've kept our morning meetings together. We've kept having lunch together every day. We've even kept our lunge sessions that we have at 10 o'clock, where everybody gets up and lunges around for, around a couple of laps to keep us all fit and energized. So yeah, it's been a really nice time, and still as busy as usual. So it's been great to be able to get the best out of this weird time.
Absolutely. Hope you've all managed to go and get yourself a glass of wine or a nice non-alcoholic drink if that's not your tipple. And so, yeah, let's get back to talking about natural beauty, because at Good Magazine, you know, we're all about conscious living, and we like things that we use. We like to be natural, like to be good for the environment as well, and also, you know, not harm animals. And I know both the Linden Levy products and the Aleph Beauty products are vegan. And oh, we've actually got some prizes here too. Brigit's busy putting together some product here to show. So, Brigit, do you want to go first? When we do have some wonderful prizes that you can also log into later. Actually, I might as well just tell you about that now. If you go to good.net.nz, our website, competitions, and fill in your details there, you can go on to win some prizes from Linden Leaves and also from Aleph Beauty. So, Brigit, what have we got for the prize for Linden Leaves?
Okay, so maybe I'll just show you on the screen. So we're going to do our gift bag, and in it we have got our iconic body oil, which is pure fruit oils. And this one, because this is our 25th year, we've made a very limited edition, which is very special, and it has the rose gold leaf in it, as well as the rose. So we normally make it with the 2 roses, but we've made it with a 23 karat gold as a very special limited edition run. And then, of course, because everybody is washing their hands so much, we have got the hand and body wash in pink petal, and to help the hands after all the washing, a hand cream. And then, as I mentioned previously, we have done a hand sanitizer. So for us, we wanted to make it beautiful. So we've used our Memories fragrance. We've also added rose, kawakawa, and pahutakawa. So the extracts are quite nourishing. So it's not as paint strippery as a lot of hand sanitizers. And it has the 75% alcohol. So will definitely hit the bugs and viruses. So we're going to put that together for you in the gift bag, and our pleasure to gift it to one of your listeners.
That's fantastic. And yeah, I heard kawakawa is really, really potent natural ingredient as well for sanitizers. So that's fantastic. And Emma, what have we got from Aleph Beauty for a prize today?
So we are offering the winner a color consult with our amazing skin specialist. So that involves sending through a photo to our, we'll provide the email address, and then she can let the customer know the perfect colors that are going to suit her skin. And we are going to give them a concealer foundation and a cheek and lip tint of their choice. And our products are multi-use, and so within the 2 products, there's many different things you can do with them to mix and match and give you a lot more use than just the one product.
I've been loving your tutorials actually, and I'm wearing your makeup today. I love the fact that the foundation is also a concealer, and you can use it all over, and the lip and cheek tint is a dual purpose product as well. But up until I was watching all your tutorials, I've been, you know, basically using a brush and putting the foundation on, and then sort of wiping it across my face and getting streaks and trying to rub it in. But you use a stippling effect that
yeah, it's a little buffing motion. So how I've designed the product is I wanted you to be able to use the minimum amount of product to get the maximum effect. So for so many reasons, you know, less wastage, and also the versatility of the product. So you can use it as a full coverage, a medium coverage, and a light coverage, depending on how you apply it. And so when applied with our diffuser brush, and I don't have one within reach, but with our diffuser brush is specially designed so that it's firm, but the tiny little bristles at the end just cover the entire surface area of the skin. So with pores and fine lines, and it just covers the entire surface and deposits the right amount of product without you having to try and rub your product around your face until it soaks in. That's not really how we want to get the best finish for our makeup. We want to be able to apply the most minimum amount and let it do its job by diffusing out, diffusing the light and using the ingredients within it to just give you a nice flawless finish, but without looking like you're wearing a coverage of foundation. And so that's where the brush comes in really handy, is that by buffing it into the skin, you're just creating a really nice, natural, extra skin, as opposed to looking like you're wearing a mask on top of your face.
That's amazing. I don't know if people are aware, but Emma's been doing Good Magazine's covers for the last few years, and just always does such a beautiful job. And I've been lucky enough for you to do my makeup a few times, and it's always just looks so amazing. And so I've been trying hard at home with your brush and just trying to get this on effect. Not quite as good as you, but
well, it's all designed to be quick and easy as well. I don't believe that makeup should take half an hour or more to create a beautiful look. It should be as easy as a five minute quick and easy, and not feel like you're wearing anything. You should feel like the best possible version of yourself, and not like you're wearing somebody else's face painted on top of yours, which that's a whole other look in itself. And it's a very creative and amazing craft, but for the most part, people want to look like a great version of themselves.
And Emma, can you tell us about your concealer and foundation? I understand it adjusts to your skin color. So can you explain a little bit more about that?
It does. The combination of ingredients that we've used settle into your own skin, so that it, within a couple of minutes, it almost shifts to suit your skin. So that means that we have at this stage 5 colors in our foundation range, and each color can suit a whole wide range of skin tones. So you'll find that, well, 2.0 is our most popular color, and you'll find that a lot of you'll get a wide range of people, and they'll all be wearing 2.0, but they'll all look completely different. They won't look like they're all wearing the same color foundation on their face. So it settles into the skin and almost does a little shift to take on your own skin tone. Wonderful. Which is very handy.
That's amazing. And I love too that your little your product is in these little reusable jars that are glass, and also metal caps, so that's everything completely recyclable. And Brigit, I noticed too that Linden leaves you've gone to recently to, these are from my own bathrooms, they're a little bit used. But
that's always a good sign.
Yes, but you've got glass bottles now as well, and new natural, is it 100% natural fragrances now in your products?
Yeah, so that's where we've always moved towards the 100% natural. So when we started 25 years ago, that was a space in an area where there was a very little option, very little choice, and a lot of the natural fragrances were very earthy and not particularly pleasant. So for me, that's one thing that's really kept me interested and excited in the plethora of beautiful natural ingredients, firstly, and now moving into natural fragrances that really can give that alluring sort of multi-level smell that is sort of a cornerstone of our products, to have ingredients that smell beautiful. So it's a very exciting area to be able to do that now. And for our skincare, we decided, I think, as well, that we wanted to move away from plastic. So glass is easily recyclable. And also we moved to larger sizes. So again, there is less waste. You don't have to buy so many during a year. And then obviously when you do go to recycle, you can repurpose the little bottle for something else, or easy to recycle. So it's something that we've always had a big interest in. And it's just exciting that there's more options now to actually do the things you want to do.
And that is so true, because this is the one thing, you know about the beauty industry, and I love beauty products, I love makeup, and and I feel very sad sometimes when I'm in my bathroom, and I feel very guilty because I look at all these single-use packets, and and luckily in my job I get it sent a lot, so it's not that I've gone out and bought all these things.
Yes.
They've been sent to me to try, but then I've got all this product sitting there, and I just have this guilt about, where is this is going to go into landfill, or this can't be reused.
Yes.
So these are your products, are products that I would buy personally, because not only is the product absolutely a beautiful product, but it also is packaged, well. So we started to get some questions through as well from some viewers. We have, this is a question for both of you. It says, do the products have a long shelf life, being natural? That's from Joan.
Yes.
Hi,
yes.
Joan.
So our products have either 36 years, or our body oils we recommend 36 years, 36 months, or we recommend,
wow.
or we recommend 30 months for the body oils. So again, now there are very natural preservatives that you can use. So that is something that enhances the life of them. And again, with the ingredients that we use, there are often ingredients that are quite stable and will help the whole product remain stable. So I think originally when natural products came out, often they went off very quickly and people bought them, and even long before the expiry date, they didn't smell nice. So a well-formulated natural product, that's something of the past now.
And Emma, how about the makeup? What's the shelf life for that?
We give it a 2-year from manufacturer, and then 12 months from opening, and that is a conservative estimate, or a conservative number, just because we wanted to give it a good number. But like Brigit said, that yes, the ingredients we use are very, very stable. We also use an amazing New Zealand ingredient, totara, which is from the totara tree, also reclaimed totara wood. It's a very sustainable product, and it's amazing because it is in itself antifungal and antibacterial and antimicrobial. So that keeps the integrity of the product, as well as giving skin benefits to the product as well.
I think, just to add to Emma too, you would hope that someone would always have used it within 12 months of opening. It doesn't sound so long, but I think people are confused. There's so many symbols and regulations now, and they see 12 inside an open jar and they think, oh, it's only going to last 12 months. But that open jar symbol is actually once you've opened it, and you would like to think that, yeah, someone would have used it within 12 months once they had opened it.
Gosh, I might have to throw a whole bunch of makeup out then. I've got a lot sitting around. So we've got another question from Esther. This is one for you, Emma. She asks, do you recommend a primer?
And you've got... we do. We have another... I didn't do a good job of setting up behind me, but we have a serum primer in our range, and again, a multi-use product. It's an oil serum, and it also doubles as a primer. And so it's a serum in that it's packed full of nourishing ingredients to feed the skin throughout the day, and also you can wear it at night as well. And then it's a primer in that it preps the skin for your concealer foundation to be applied so smoothly and evenly. And also the ingredients within the formulation help hold the pigment to your skin for longer. So that's a double use. Primer and the word primer can mean so many things. And I think I've written an article for Good Magazine some time ago about the differences in primers. I'll have to look for that. But a primer can mean anything. There are so many different properties to primers. So it really depends on your skin, what you want from your primer, what you want it to do, how it interacts with your makeup. Primers can be there to moisturize your skin, to soften it, to mattify it, to create a barrier. There's so many different aspects to a primer. So great to prep your skin, and great to have something that helps your makeup hold longer. The other thing with our serum primer too is it's designed that you can mix a tiny little drop in with your concealer foundation. The way we apply our concealer foundation is by scooping a little bit out onto the back of the hand with our mixing tool, and adding a drop or two of serum primer to that, and that creates a really beautiful light veil that can be smoothed onto the skin. So that's just another use and another way to use all the products to get a different texture.
It's amazing. That's a great tip. I always try and put my foundation on maybe about 10 minutes after I've put on my moisturizer, so that I've got a bit of slip there, but it's not going to slip completely off, but it's going to stay on the skin. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. And it really helps if the products are designed to work together, because they can be, as I said, moisturizers and primers can have so many different properties. And if they're not designed to work synergistically, then you might have some gripping or some rolling or some cracking, or just depending on what your foundation is compared to your primer or your moisturizer. So it does help if they go together.
It's amazing.
I've got a
question. Had a question there.
Question about ingredients, Brigit. So I know growing up in the 90s, all our mothers were obsessed with your beautiful preserved rose in the bottle, and I think that's so iconic, Linden leaves. And I wanted to know more about why you started off in 1995 with natural ingredients.
Oh, because we have 3 children, and 2 of them had chronic allergies and asthma, everything that went with it. So I think I must have had, like Caroline has a bathroom full of makeup. Mine was full of steroid creams, coal tar creams, soap substitute, everything that was ugly and smelled awful that you could imagine. So I just became quite frustrated, and also felt that you can fix a problem once or twice with this, but if this is what you have to live with daily, I really felt I wanted to get into something that was natural, and the oil is just so natural, because you don't need a preservative or a binder or any colorant. It is just a mixture of different fruit oils. So it has rosehip, it has avocado, it has sweet almond, it has apricot kernel, and it's just so easily absorbed into the skin. So the best way to use it is when you come out of the shower. Don't even need to dry yourself. You don't have like buckets of water on your skin. Just rub a little bit in the palms of your hands, and so it's warm, and then massage it gently into your arms, legs, body, back, and then it's totally absorbed into the skin, extremely nourishing, keeps your skin in very good condition, and that's the aim, just to keep it healthy, supple, not breaking down, and then pat yourself dry and go. And I think it's that same philosophy, as Emma said, for makeup. No one has time. Everybody is time poor, and it's just, for me, it's such a simple routine. I had to do that at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I never ever feel as if I have to put something on my skin again until the next morning. So deeply nourishing, so natural and easy to use, and it's just, my interest just grew from there, and almost became a little obsessed with natural products. And I don't say I found a cure for eczema, but at least it's keeping it in good condition, and it's not a steroid cream or coal tar or something that's not a good idea for long-term use.
I've got some more questions coming through. I've got one for you, Brigit, first, and then I'll go back to Emma. Kate would like to know, can the Linden Leaves hand sanitizer be used against very sensitive skin, such as when handling babies?
Yes, it can. And it's actually, it does have alcohol. It has a high content of alcohol, because that's how it's going to work. So I'm a little concerned. I see some are doing water-based. I don't believe they would be effective. So I guess when you use something with that high content of alcohol, it does dry the skin, because it has to do that to burst the bubble of the virus. So I think then if you're using that, it's nice to use a hand cream, once or twice a day, maybe a wee bit more often than you would, and to also nourish your hands at night. But it certainly wouldn't react to the baby. And the nice thing about ours is, as it has the other extracts of the kawa and the bahuta kawa, it doesn't dry your hands as much as others, and it also smells nice because we put our beautiful fragrance in it.
That sounds gorgeous. So Emma, Raquel would like to know, what would be the first 2 products you would get if you're first trying Aleph?
I would say a concealer, foundation, and cheek lip tint. Those will give you a nice even coverage, but it's always very important to put your color back into your cheeks, at least your cheeks, but into your face when you've evened out your skin tone with foundation. So start there. But the great thing too is that we have a very small range that can also be mixed and matched to create a whole bunch of different looks. So you don't need to be overwhelmed with what products do I need, because really a cheek and lip tint, a concealer, foundation, a radiance, which is a beautiful light. It's what I call it, our little piece of alchemy. Brings a little bit of light into the eyes and into the face. It can be used on the eyelids, cheekbones. It can be mixed in with your concealer, foundation to create a glow. So that's a great versatile product to have as well. And then your serum primer. So you can use that as your skincare and also get that extra dimension to your foundation if you were wanting a very, very light coverage and something that you can just pretty much smooth on and go.
The other question we had was from Crystal. She was saying, if trying to choose between radiance or a cheek lip tint, what would Emma prioritize purchasing first? And do powder blushes sit on the cream foundation okay?
I would steer away from powder blushes on the cream foundation, because that's just going to grab the color of the powder, and it's not going to blend very well. So these have been, again, formulated to work together. And our cheek lip tints are very, very densely pigmented. So you're going to get the color payoff that you would with a powder, but you're getting that really nice natural texture, and it just blends seamlessly with your concealer, foundation. And so if the question was choosing between a radiance and a cheek lip tint?
Yes.
If one were to be choosing one or the other to start with, I'd suggest choosing Radiant Sun. And Radiant Sun is our bronzy radiance. So this gives you a tiny bit of color depth, not much, but it can be used on the cheeks. Our beautiful model here has actually got Radiant Sun on her cheeks, on her lips, on her eyes, and mixed in with her foundation as well. So it is a very, very versatile color. So if somebody was tossing up between one or the other, then start with the Radiant Sun. And you can also wear Radiant Sun with Radiant Moon at the same time on the eyes, because Radiant Moon is a little bit more of a light reflecting champagne color, more of a highlight. And you can wear a Radiant Sun over the top of your cheek and lip color. So it wouldn't really be one or the other, but if somebody was prioritizing, then Radiant Sun is super versatile. Radiant Sun is our won the Good Magazine Natural Beauty Award eye product. So we're very proud and excited about that.
That's great. And your concealer foundation also won the best foundation. So you won 2 awards at Best of Natural Awards. So that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Brigit, I want to know more about your miraculous facial oil. I know it's a bit of a cult product. My mother and I both use it, but I just want to know from your perspective. I know you use it, but what about all over for marks and scars?
Yes.
What can we do with it?
So I particularly love this product because it isn't pure rosehip oil. I find rosehip oil quite gluggy and quite heavy and not a particularly nice smell to it. So we blend it with evening primrose, which is a long chain fatty acid oil, so very, very nourishing. And then because we make in small batches, hand make ourselves, we infuse it in white tea. So you've got the high antioxidant and healing properties of rosehip and of evening primrose, and then white tea, and as a certified organic, has the highest antioxidant of any plant. So yeah, if it were, I mean, it is an expensive oil to make. I mean, you could literally use it all over you, but yeah, you need a big bank balance. So I recommend for the face and neck, and you literally, it doesn't take a lot. You can literally just put like 1-2 drops like this, and it will do the neck and the face. And just start on the bottom of the neck and work upwards. Don't forget the back of your neck, especially if you've got long hair. And then if you have got particular spots, or you've damaged yourself or scratched it in the garden, I just use it as a little pat on the places where I have actually got some damage on my skin. And as I'm getting older, there's more damage than before. So you can just touch the parts that need it, and it's amazing. And yeah, with my mum, who made 100 last year, I just used to use it on her face, and then obviously her skin was paper thin and beginning to break down, so just put it on little bits that wouldn't heal, and the result was just, you know, really pleasing to see.
That's great. I've never thought to put facial oil on my neck, so I'll start trying that.
Yeah, because when you put your hair up, your front of your neck's beautiful because you've looked after it. Often the back of the neck doesn't equate to the front of the neck because everyone's got their hair down and they don't think about it, and then they go into a restaurant or somewhere and they put their hair up and it's like, oh.
I've got another question for you, Brigit, from Kate. She wants to know, what is the benefit of using a body facial oil versus a moisturizer? I mean, is there an and an or? Should you use both, or just one or the other?
A little bit comes down to preference. I think if your skin is more mature, if it's very dry, definitely a body oil is much more nourishing than a moisturizer. If you're somewhere where it's very humid, or you don't like the oil, you can definitely use a moisturizer, like a lotion, a moisturizing lotion, if we're talking about whole body. And then there's sort of a combination
about face.
Oh, about her face. Oh, about
yeah.
the face. Yeah, again, I think there's a little bit of preference. I find that the facial oil is more like a treatment. And yeah, I like to treat it every day, but I tend to blend as well. So I will often use a couple of pumps of the moisturizer. And then if my skin's very dry because it's hot and dry, or the girls have got the central heating on at work, or the air conditioning, I'll just put a couple of drops and blend it together and use that in the morning. And then at night, I would either use a night cream or use the facial oil. So the facial oil is a little bit more rich than the moisturizer. Yeah, and I find that it's quite nice to use it by itself or use it as a combination with the moisturizer. So it's really all about just getting your skin in balance. And once it is balanced and your lifestyle is balanced and your food, if everything was perfect, you really don't need anything much at all. You've got your skin, but unfortunately we don't live like that. So it's a matter of just get it balanced again, and then it actually takes very little to keep it that way. And so some days I would just literally use the moisturizer if I'm on holiday and relaxed and eating well, sleeping well. If I'm traveling or stressed or whatever, I might notice that my skin actually needs more. So then I would increase the oil. And I guess it's a little bit like your food. Like sometimes you know that you need more greens or more water or less alcohol or more, roughage or whatever. So you tailor what you eat to how you're feeling, how your body's coping. And to me, that the skin is just the biggest organ you've got, and it's the same. It doesn't need the same treatment or no treatment every day. So our skincare range is quite small, but like Emma's makeup, you can blend. So you can just use moisturizer if you're very young and your skin's beautiful and you're active and drinking water and don't have too many pressures. But if your skin then becomes a little bit tired or a little bit sallow, you can blend some oil in with the moisturizer or some porcelain brightening serum. So you're the best judge yourself of how your skin is and how you would like to look and where you are towards looking how you would like to look. And some days you look fabulous, and some days you look as if your skin just needs a wee bit more attention.
Yeah, I 100% agree, Brigit. It's the same with makeup. People tend to think that once they have their foundation, that's their foundation through every season. through every time of life, and they, I don't need to change, but actually you need to know your skin. You need to know what skincare you need from day to day, and also you need to know how to adjust your makeup from day to day, season to season, and different times of your life as well, and just move with it so that you can always get the best result.
I have to say I'm a bit of a oil junkie. I love using oils, and I use them as a serum, and I actually use them every morning, and I use a cleansing oil, and I also use oils in the evening. But I also love the feel of a cold cream, and I know I probably don't need it, but I still layer it on over the top of my oil because I just love it. And so it's just feels so yummy. And that's one thing about the skincare, is it's a way of looking after yourself as well. It's like self-care.
Yes.
And I know we've only got
any rules, that you do what makes you feel good, but there's not a rule book of what you have to do.
So we've only got 5 minutes left, unfortunately, and time's gone really quickly. But Hemma, you were chatting about skin breakouts in lockdown last week when we were chatting.
Yeah, I think with all the kind of uncertainty and the unknown, maybe our hormones are acting up or something, and we're just, I know quite a few of us in the Good team have just randomly broke out on certain weekends. So I'd love to know from you both, what are your top, like, I guess, skincare, self-care tips to kind of look after yourself?
Well, I think as we sort of mentioned, it's not just one thing or the other.
Whoops, I think Brigit's just frozen.
Oops. So I think a combination of what you're eating, whether you're not sleeping. I know I'm not sleeping so well. And then looking after your skin, because if you're stressed, your skin and your face is going to be one of the first things that show it. So I think to just increase the care that you give yourself a little bit. And again, for me, it would be increasing. I'm a bit like Carolyn, I'm a bit addicted to oil as well. So it would be just making sure that my skin was cleansed well with our oil cleanser, and then using a facial oil, a moisturizer, and a night cream. And I think a lot of the breakout is actually the state of your stress rather than suddenly changing or not caring for yourself. But I think the lockdown and what we've been through, and having experienced it through the earthquakes as well, you cope because you have to cope because you've got work and family and things, but actually internally it's quite exhausting on your body. And I think everyone is feeling quite exhausted, which is quite strange because we're all doing less than we've done, but somehow I'm more tired. And I think that your skin then shows all of that as well. And I don't think by just covering it up isn't the answer either. It's just saying, help, I need to breathe, I need to just have a little bit of care.
So Emma, you've got 1.5 minutes to
Sorry.
Well, I was going to say cleanse your face properly to morning and night. That's a biggie. And stress. I agree. Getting your fresh air, getting your exercise, eating right. It's really easy when we're hanging around home to just go to the fridge, and we've been tempted with the kids so many times to do baking that I know is just going to get eaten, which it doesn't. We don't need to bake. I did it once for novelty, and then that was it. But just eating right, keeping everything working properly, and drinking enough water and getting enough sunshine. That's probably the best antidote to stress, really, which will help your skin.
That's fantastic. Hey, well, thanks everyone for joining us. Cheers for Thank God It's Friday. Don't forget, if you want to be in to win, go to good.net.nz competitions, fill in your details, and you could win these amazing prizes or giveaways from Linden and Emma from Aleph Beauty. Thanks, guys, for joining us today. I'm sorry about the technical glitches earlier. We hope that won't happen again.
No problem. Thank you.
But yeah, no, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you guys, and I know for one I've learnt a lot today, and I've been eating far too much chocolate in lockdown, so I think that's why I've had a few breakouts.
Chocolate is good. Just go 85% or higher, and it's a health food.
Yes. I think everyone's been in the chocolate part in the lockdown.
Yeah. Well, Well, it's Friday, and I'm really enjoying this wine as well. It's a lovely Church Road Syrah, a little local one. One of my favourite wineries. So yeah, it's a good excuse
way to end the week.
Exactly. So I'm getting messages from, I'm not quite sure what he's saying. Anyway, we are going to sign off now, and
bye.
Cheers.
All the best. Nice to meet you, Emma.
Bye.